What's going on, guys? Power of the Barn here, and today I am going to be recording and commentating over this top cut set between Duckofawesome and Haruno that is going on for the tournament I am hosting, the Phoenician Gauntlet, the Barnyard Bash, as many of you have taken it upon yourselves to call it. Anyways, before I record the games themselves, though, I figured might as well take it upon me to do some pre-game analysis. So this is going to be a best-of-5 set between Duck and Haruno, as mentioned earlier. It is 3MC Conquest, meaning that here you can see Duck's MCs and Haruno's MCs. Duck is playing Ike, Soren, and Mia, and Haruno is playing Elise, Tiki, and Femui. In order for either of these players to win, they must win one game with all three of those MCs. Once they have one with an MC, they can't use that MC for the remainder of the set. So, for many people, I think the clear favorite here to win this set would be Duck, for several reasons. First of all, Duck is first seed and Haruno is 8th seed. Duck has had an astounding tournament so far, going 5-0 in the Swiss bracket. Haruno, on the other hand, went 3-2, barely managed to make it to top cut. And Haruno is traditionally not very good when it comes to Conquest format, but actually, I think that as far as the matchups themselves are concerned, I think Haruno actually has the clear advantage in this game. And the reason I say this is that Tiki and Femui are going to be able to get past all of Duck's decks pretty easily. Likewise, Soren and Mia will be able to get past all of Haruno's decks very easily. So, in my eyes, what this set really is going to come down to is Ike versus Elise. It's going to be a Game 5 situation. Maybe it won't be Game 5, but ultimately I feel that the game that will determine the outcome of the set will be Ike versus Elise. It could end up being Game 1. Maybe Duck views Ike as his weakest pick, so he wants to get it out of the way first, and Haruno views Elise as his weakest pick, so he wants to get her out of the way first. It could end up being Game 1, but either way, I think that ultimately what this set is going to come down to is the Ike versus Elise game, because I don't think Ike has a good chance of beating Tiki or Femui, and I don't think Elise has a good chance of beating Soren or Mia. So really, Haruno in theory should be advantaged to win this game, because Elise does have a pretty good matchup versus Ike. That being said, there is a lot of other evidence that points to Duck actually coming out on top of the Ike versus Elise game. Duck played Ike in all 5 of his Swiss games, and he was able to win all 5 of them. He went 5-0. So he had to play... So all 5 of the Swiss rounds that he ended up winning, he had to win with Ike at least once, all those times, because every time he played against someone, they always banned either Soren or Mia. So there was never a situation where he didn't have to play Ike in order to win. Meanwhile, so Duck, who has won 5 games this tournament with Ike, meanwhile Haruno has won 3 games in Swiss bracket, or 3 sets, my bad, in Swiss bracket. And one of those sets was a bye, so he didn't have to play Elise in that set. And in another set, his opponent made the grave mistake of banning Elise, meaning that Haruno only actually had to play Elise during 1 of the 3 games that he won. So you compare that, Duck's Ike has won 5 games this tournament, Haruno's Elise has only won 1 game this tournament. So, while I think that Haruno should be able to win this matchup, he's going to have to show that he's capable of piloting Elise, which I think he can. I think Haruno is a fairly smart individual. I just think he needs to exert the effort in order to do so. The question is he going to do that? That's ultimately what this comes down to. Will Haruno be able to beat Duck's Ike with Elise? If he can, then he wins. He should be able to, but I don't know if he will. I predict Duck is going to win this set 3-2. I think that Duck is going to be able to beat Haruno's Elise with his Ike. We'll see how that turns out, though. And this is definitely a set that could swing either way. I'm excited to watch it, so let's get into the game. That's my analysis. 3-2 in favor of Duck.